On this episode of Carnage, we're at MPW and we're looking for more power than ever out of our twin turbo ute. So here we are back at MPW and we're putting the ute back on the dyno again. Now if you remember way back towards the beginning of the year, we were going to take the ute to Kenda and that didn't work out when Kenda got rained out. So we got no footage at all after being soaked all weekend. It is what it is, that's part of racing. But we were planning to put the ute on the dyno before that meeting and we ran out of time, and as it turns out, yeah, we didn't get to put the ute on the dyno. We headed to Kenda pretty much untested with the Summernats tune in it, and the Summernats tune wasn't really a tune, it was just whatever Adam mashed together on the day in that couple minutes, you know, because in the dyno cell everything's happening fast, everything's happening, you know, all at once. So, you know, we put some extra springs in the wastegates, put on the dyno, Adam had a quick peck at it, and we got 1360 something horsepower at the rear. So that was pretty good. But it wasn't really a tune, and we really don't know what this thing will make with the taps really opened up. So that's kind of where we're going with it today. Today we're going to see how much power it can make and make sure it's right before we head to the track once again. So where we're going to head to, I don't know, because Heathcote's shut down for the moment, so don't know what's going on there. Hopefully that'll all get resolved soon. But other than that, the Calder Park can't handle this car at the moment. The track's not up to it. So it's a matter of either towing over to South Australia or towing up to Sydney. That's our choices right now. Things are a bit bleak for Victorian drag races right now. So we'll get the car sorted though. We'll get on the dyno, make a heap of horsepower, hopefully a new PB today, and then we can work out where we're going to race this thing. So we're discussing on how to approach this, whether we step it up or just send it. We've decided we're just going to send it. Holy crap. How much boost was that?
34.
What? No.
34 pounds.
No way.
Yep.
Holy, like on purpose?
Yep.
Okay. Oh wow.
You said make more power. We made more power. The only way to make more power is add more boost.
Holy crap. Wow, this might end up being a very short video because it's almost 1500 horsepower at the rear. That is definitely a new PB for this car in every sense of the word. Holy crap. And Adam tells me we just sent it with 34 pounds of boost.
I demanded 34, we made 32 and a half.
32 and a half, there you go.
So at 32 and a half, air fuels are still good, you can see up here. Yeah.
Wow, that's...
Normally something like this, we would see those kind of numbers on 26 to 28 pound, which shows us that we've either got something taking a little bit of power or maybe a restriction in something, but it just shows that we can still put boost in it, make power. And
still make power with it. I mean, there's no reason why that can't run a 7 with that power.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I don't see any point to pushing on that unless we want to see the 1500. We're only a couple away from it, but wow, that's a lot of pressure on those poor little rods as well.
I would be concerned with what rods are in this, that at that boost level, they're not going to be in it anymore. But we've had run these things on that much boost for quite a long time, but as you know, like we've only been that lucky once. So
that's right.
A misfire could cause something to break. It could be a number of things. So I'd like to get injectors clean.
Yeah, I think we've definitely got... Oh, is that what it is, that one?
Yeah, so if you have a look, we've got one bank that's actually pulling a little bit of fuel out, and then we've got another bank that's adding 3% to keep me on target. And 3% is not a whole lot, right? But I always set my stuff up so O2s are slightly pulling out, as this bank is, because it gives me that failure rate that if we do have an injector lose some efficiency, well, at least we're safe.
Well, I did mention right at the start that I thought we had a leaky injector, and it was like fueling up when we were trying to fire it up, fueling up. So I think it's time we pull the injectors, get them cleaned out. Should we put it back on the dyno after that, or should we be fine, you reckon?
No, look, I'm always happy. It costs us nothing to put it on the dyno, so I'm always happy to double check things. But you can also see a slight discrepancy here in our O2s as well.
Yeah, from side to side, yeah.
Exactly right. Now, in saying that, we're still like 11.5s where we're not concerned about anything, but down the track, it's going to be a different thing. As soon as you send it down for a lap, it's going to be completely different than on the dyno, obviously.
Of course.
So...
dyno's just a tool, that's the track that matters.
Yeah. So...
dyno will get you close.
We've got a nice boost curve, we've got everything else is really nice on it. At that, ignition angle's nice, everything's killer.
So here's the crazy thing, we made just under 1500 horsepower, just a smidge under. But even if we'd made that at Summernats, it still would have got us nowhere, wouldn't it?
No.
Summernats has become, you know, the Horsepower Heroes competition's become such a big thing again.
Well, people don't see behind the scenes for months before Summernats the work that I put into that, trying to get the cars there, trying to pump it back up again. Like I contact everybody that comes on the dyno there. When I say everyone, I mean all the big hitters, and invite them along and try to get them there to make a spectacle out of that again. And 10 years ago when we started, this would have blown Summernats out of the water.
Oh yeah.
Like it just wasn't a big thing on the dyno now. What I know this year, I know of a few 3,000 horsepower cars coming with us. So you go, it's one of those things where evolution, I guess, and it's good to see Summernats really coming back too.
Yeah. So yeah, 1500 horsepower is now kind of average. So you need 2,000 plus to win Horsepower Heroes these days, but I'm pretty happy. I mean, that's awesome, man. Like 1500 horsepower out of the old Ute, out of an engine I've put together. So let's face it, I've had this engine all the way down to a bare block, and
have a look at your duty cycle. You're not getting much more than that in it.
Yeah, she's flat.
We've pegged you. So that's why when we're targeting 34 pound, we're making 32 and a half. So that's with 90% duty on it. I don't really like going more than 90% on them. Which is just something now down the path of if you want to make more than that, we go down the path of CO2.
Yeah.
So
that's a good point. Yeah, CO2 is where we need to be for on the track, because we can bring in boost earlier. We can control the boost at every level in the curve. So yeah, I think we take it to the track maybe as is. We'll see, but if we can get the CO2 into it before we go to the track, that will definitely help us.
In saying that, I'm not sending this thing for a lap with any more boost in it than that. So you don't really need CO2 right now.
No, this is true. I just thought maybe CO2 to bring the boost in
No,
earlier.
CO2 won't bring it in any earlier. So
Okay.
obviously the way CO2 is going to work on this is it's just going to put pressure on the top of the dome. So imagine that you've got a diaphragm there. What we're doing at the moment is pumping air pressure on the top of the dome. Now, when we start getting back pressure issues and we're, let's call it 1.5 or 2 to 1,
Yeah.
then what's happening is we've got a 10-pound spring in it and
Let's
then
try to
we're
force it
pushing
open.
open.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
remember at Summernats that we went and put bigger springs in there.
Couple of them.
But we just put some extra spring in it to
Extra
hold it
spring,
down, which
for
is
sure.
cooler weather's allowed us to do this. But CO2, we would have a 3-pound spring in it, and we would be putting 120 pound of CO2 or 100 pound of CO2 on the top of it, and then we shuffle on and off of that and work out to make our boost. So we go off of wastegate pressure,
Yeah.
and then that's going to make our boost for us. Now, as I say, because we don't have heaps of back pressure and it's twin turbo set up like this is working quite well at the moment. It's not going to bring it on any earlier. If it was single turbo, you're right.
Yeah.
We're going to have to go CO2 to bring it on early because we'd keep that gate shut until
Yeah.
we come up to our boost
Exactly.
level. So,
And then we're still running full exhaust on this thing. No bill horns or anything like that. It's full exhaust system. It doesn't quiet down much, but
Yeah.
it's still got a full exhaust on it. So
now that can be the difference with Summernats as well, where you go the heat up at Summernats. You were driving the car around a lot up there. It did have a bit of heat. So whether it's an intercooler that's hot and got an issue, like the trans I just checked was at 44 degrees. So you go, our trans is nice and cool and tight at the moment. Our exhaust is free flowing. Temperature makes a big difference, and
Yeah,
obviously
yeah, for
being
sure.
down here in these conditions, that was exactly the same as what I was demanding at Summernats, and we made what 28 at Summernats
yeah,
or
that's
something.
right. There's nowhere
so,
near that.
So
Yeah.
4-pound difference.
So there we have it. Just a smidge under 1,500 horsepower, which is pretty amazing when you consider this is all off-the-shelf parts from VPW. I mean, yes, we bought that bottom end from VPW as well, and then I've pulled it down, and we've had the guys at Dandy Engines, you know, do the machining for the Torrington and for the fire rings, and then I've assembled it, and man, I copped some shit over that. I've got to say, people were like, oh, you've done this wrong, done that wrong. Well, can't be too wrong, can it? Because it's still alive at that sort of power. And then we've got the Haltech in there, the Nexus R5, tuned by Adam. I mean, good parts, good people, great result. You can't ask for any more than that, can you? 1,500 horsepower. It's amazing.